Welcome back to HM and Big E Review Things. Today we are talking about another new Marvel Disney Plus streaming series. We're on our fourth or fifth one now. I don't know. They keep turning these out. This one's called Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel, definitely a lesser known superhero. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Marvel has reached the point now where the household names are all those stories have been told, like with Moon Knight now, with Ms. Marvel, with Kate Bishop. Like they're digging a bit deeper.
Yeah, E-level characters.
Actually, there was a lot of love for Ms. Marvel when she was first created in the comics. For just like the fan base that kind of took to it was really, they're quite happy with the character and kind of having that. She represents kind of what Peter Parker was originally in terms of that kind of younger, really enthusiastic kind of, and he takes it to a next level. Anyway, the show differs a little bit from her comic book origins, but we're going to talk about the show, just very, very high level, kind of our overall thoughts, and we'll tell you kind of at the end what we think. What are your thoughts on Ms. Marvel, episode 1 and 2?
Well, you have to understand, number one, that I'm pretty marveled out, okay? Mm-hmm. No pun intended, but like, when Moon Knight came out, when Hawkeye came out, I'm just not enthused about these shows. I mean, the last one I kind of enjoyed was WandaVision, so already I'm kind of going with that lens. So this is more of the same. That being said, I did enjoy episode 1. I thought I enjoyed the setup. I enjoyed sort of where they're going with this character, and of course, you get right off the bat, you get the fact that this is going to be a little bit of a different Marvel show. Mm-hmm. It's sort of a Mean Girls.
It's like a high school
drama, and it's not going to be overly serious, mm-hmm. right? Because it's about a teenager coming of age story. So right. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fact that they set it in a different type of household with a cultural background that's emphasized, and I think the actress is quite good.
Yes, and
the supporting cast is quite good as well. Yes, so I think the first episode to me was great. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I kind of, just as long as you say to yourself, this is not going to be WandaVision, it's not going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's not. Yeah, I know they're going for a little bit of a different audience here. Yes. It's not the same as the Moon Knight audience. So,
well, I mean, even with the other upcoming Disney Plus show, She-Hulk, I think Marvel is really realizing that they're trying. They need to target different audiences, or they can target different audiences.
Yeah, but is that a good thing? Because it's. I don't want to use the word watered down, but you're like just. Whatever sticks to whoever. I mean,
but I think especially with these TV shows, they don't expect you to have to watch everything,
right?
Which is why Doctor Strange, the most recent one, was a little bit kind of weird pacing, because if you didn't watch WandaVision, it's like, wait, what? The last time I saw her, she was like an Avenger, and now she's kind of... So they do kind of have to play catch up, because they're not saying that the TV show is mandatory.
Would you say the equivalent would be some of what DC's done in terms of Batman is he's portrayed in every type of genre, right? He's the Dark Knight, and then he's also, he's also Teen Titans. It's just zany and weird and totally comedy, but it's the same character. So I don't know if they're kind of going with that feel where they're trying, like, when you're like, I'm a huge Batman fan, but I'm not going to really watch the Teen Titans kind of Batman, all that stuff. My kids love that Batman. I'm into the whole dark Batman. So I don't know if that's the same type of spreading out.
It's a good question. I mean, I don't know. Because I think in this particular series, the character of Ms. Marvel is called Ms. Marvel, and because of Kamala Khan's affinity and her love for Captain Marvel. And so I do think that Captain Marvel will probably show up as a cameo. The MCU Captain Marvel, which the movie was fairly average and mediocre in terms of storytelling. But to your point, I wonder when she shows up here, whether the tone will be different.
I think they should keep it the same, but I thought there was a Captain Marvel 2 coming out.
There is. It's called The Marvels.
Oh, so she's in it.
And she is in it. Captain Marvel's in it, and Maria Rambeau, Photon from WandaVision, will be in it.
So it's a girl team, Powerpuff Girls.
Maybe. But yeah, so I don't know. In terms of that tonal, I think they've been pretty good about keeping tone kind of the same as the shows kind of merge and blend into movies with Loki, with Hawkeye, with WandaVision. Just kind of they run a pretty tight ship over there, and I think it's good. Now, speaking of that, they did change a lot of the origins here. Ms. Marvel, when she was introduced, she's an Inhuman. Like Black Bolt. Basically, she's exposed to this Terrigen mist, this special thing that activates these latent inhuman genes that she has in her. It's kind of like X-Men, but kind of like B-Team X-Men. Like these are the... Right? And so, actually, because that's why there was an Inhumans show, which was terrible. I didn't even watch it, but they said... they came out with that because at that point they didn't have the rights to X-Men, and so that was going to be how they were going to introduce
the other word for mutant.
Right.
Okay, fine.
So, but they changed the origin of her powers is not fully explained yet. But I agree with you. I really like the tone of it. This has been the kind of the biggest breath of fresh air in Phase 4, right after Endgame. Like with Black Widow, with Shang-Chi, like this is pretty standard Marvel beats, of that.
I think Endgame should have been exactly what the title was. End the game.
No way.
I know
don't end the game after billions of dollars.
I know, but really just take a break. I'm so marveled out. Like anything you're listing right now, I'm like,
but that's what I'm saying. So those are all kind of the same. And I know with Phase 4, they're kind of exploring kind of like mental health issues, essentially, right? With WandaVision, it's kind of that grief. Winter Soldier has kind of that PTSD. Loki, obviously, with kind of like split personality. And Moon Knight, with split personality. And they're kind of dealing with that kind of stuff a little bit more but still the look and feel of it, I felt all of it was very samey. This I thought was a little bit different and a bit more creative, especially episode 1. I agree with you. Episode 1 I like more than episode 2.
Oh, episode 2 it fell off the wagon for me. That gets into very tropey stuff, very cheesy stuff, and then it's like all the characters start becoming annoying to me. I really didn't like episode 2 that much at all. And then if that's an indication where the show is going, this will be a hard watch.
Episode 2 starts to fall back into that standard Marvel lane. Everything I was just saying about it's trying something different and it's a fresh take. It's coming back
cheap. Like the CGI looks bad. The Avengers Con had about 200 people in it. I mean, that stuff really irritates me. Like this Avengers Con, having gone to many Comic Cons, it should be a lot bigger. Okay,
it's in Jersey, maybe. No, it's in Jersey City, which is a part of New York. Which is, you're right, as part of New York, especially.
Avengers Con, they saved the planet. It should be really New York. Big. They should have an Avengers show up. Okay. Anyways, long story short, I just think, and then the superheroes. So they haven't introduced a bad guy so far.
No,
it's just this guy was taking photos at a rooftop, and then he falls, and she's revealed to save him. I thought it was so cheesy. It really went into like. I don't think if you're 15 and above, you're going to really appreciate this type of humor.
I think that the target audience is probably around there. Like I showed it to my kids. My daughter really enjoyed it.
Exactly.
She's 10, or she's 9. And so I think that's the main target audience. I do like that they're trying something new. I kind of like, the actress, what's her name? Iman Vellani, something like that. Anyway, she's a good actress, but actually she's from Markham.
Ontario. Shout
out. Are you part of Markham, technically?
I am part of Markham, and it's also where Hayden Christensen is from, or as my wife would say, Christian Haydenson.
Yes, they both went to the high school. My wife went to that high school as well, but Iman is so young. I think she was
14 or something.
Born in 2002, something like that. By the time we were graduating or something.
Okay,
so it's not like we would. And I don't think we know anybody that would have known her at the time. But the cool thing is, across the street from that high school, there is a comic book store, and she tells the story about how kind of when Ms. Marvel was introduced, she was so amazed that there was a brown superhero and a girl and a teenage girl, and it was so she really related to it. And then she went to that comic book store, Heroes World, to buy all the comics for Ms. Marvel, and now she is Ms. Marvel, and she's actually gone back into the store with the owner and taken pictures with them and kind of had a thing with and kind of chat with them, so that's kind of nice. And I visited that store myself too, so I think there's that kind of novelty of she's from around here,
right?
Homestar hero,
Homestar hero, Again, I think if it's episode 2 is the indication, I'm gonna have a hard time getting through this.
I don't disagree with you. I don't think I hated episode 2 as much as you did, but I agree that it's signaling a downward trend, which Moon Knight also did too. Moon Knight started off really strong. I thought episode 1 was really good, and then it.
I really did not like Moon Knight.
Same. So let's see. We didn't finish reviewing that even, and I don't know if we'll finish reviewing this. But let's see if we continue watching this, and we'll keep up with it. But if you're watching it, let us know. Do you have an overall grade? Do we even need to give one? No.
No.
I feel. If you want to try seeing something a little different from Marvel, you can check out episode 1, see if it's your cup of tea. You'll kind of know right away whether this is something for you or not. So check out like the first 10-15 minutes, like even the first 5 minutes, because it starts with that kind of recap video about everything, and that sets the tone right away. So you'll kind of know right away. Check it out. If you don't like it, that's fine too.
That's fine, yeah.
So that's our thoughts on Ms. Marvel. Let us know if you've seen it. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about what we think. And until next episode, keep watching things.
Please like and subscribe to our channel too. Thank you so much.
Thanks.